Tony Stark's transition. Tony Stark's big switch from weapons dealer to superhero in Iron Man is a total game changer. Remember the scene in Afghanistan? Tony's captured by the Ten Rings and sees his own tech in terrorist hands. Talk about a reality check. He's stuck in a cave with Yinsen, who drops the line, "Don't waste your life." That hits Tony hard. It's like, hey, maybe building weapons isn't the best legacy. After escaping with that clunky Mark I suit, Tony's like, I'm shutting down the weapons manufacturing division of Stark Industries. Boom! That's his first step to becoming Iron Man. Director Jon Favreau noted Tony's journey reflects real-world issues and personal growth. Fans love how this transformation adds depth to his character and sets the tone for the entire MCU. Steve Rogers' struggle. Steve Rogers' struggle with modern values in Captain America: The Winter Soldier is fascinating. Imagine waking up 70 years into the future and realizing the world is a moral labyrinth. Poor Steve. One of the most telling moments is at the Smithsonian, when he reflects on the good old days. But when he sees S.H.I.E.L.D.'s helicarriers, he questions their preemptive strike tactics. He flat out tells Nick Fury, this isn't freedom, this is fear. Steve's not a fan of the cloak and dagger stuff either, as he tells Natasha, I just don't like the way we do things. Talk about a man out of time. Directors Joe and Anthony Russo noted how Steve's conflict highlights the age-old debate between security and freedom, making him a hero for every era. Fans love dissecting his struggle, seeing it as a timeless battle still relevant today. By the way, if you guys like movie content like this, I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. Thanks. Thor's journey. Thor's journey from arrogance to humility in Thor is one of those arcs that just hooks you. Remember how he starts out, defying Odin's command, charging into Jotunheim like he owns the place? Naturally, Odin's not thrilled. He banishes Thor to Earth, strips him of his powers, and even Mjolnir. Odin's decree? Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. On Earth, Thor's arrogance starts melting away. He helps Jane Foster and her team, showing some real teamwork and selflessness. The big turning point? Thor sacrifices himself to save a town from the Destroyer. Mjolnir returns to him after that, proving his worthiness. Fans love this arc because it's not just about getting powers back. It's about Thor understanding true leadership and selflessness. Some say his transformation is too quick, but it sets the stage for his growth throughout the MCU. Bruce Banner's acceptance. So in Avengers Endgame, there's this cool moment where Bruce Banner finally makes peace with the Hulk. Remember the diner scene? Bruce is casually munching on pancakes while explaining to Steve Rogers, Natasha Romanoff, and Scott Lang how he became Smart Hulk. He says, I put the brains and the brawn together, and now look at me, best of both worlds. It's like he's hit the jackpot of superhero therapy. But here's the kicker. We never actually see this transformation on screen. Some fans were bummed about missing that pivotal moment, arguing it was a major leap in his character arc. The directors, Joe and Anthony Russo, mentioned it was part of Banner's long journey of acceptance. This peaceful coexistence between Banner and Hulk is a surprising, yet satisfying conclusion to his internal struggle. Natasha Romanoff's quest. Natasha Romanoff's quest for redemption in Black Widow is a wild ride through her past. She infiltrates the Red Room, the secret Soviet training ground where she became a deadly assassin. It's intense, especially when she reunites with her surrogate family, including her sister Yelena Belova, to dismantle the whole operation. Natasha believed she killed General Dreykov's daughter, Antonia, to escape her dark past. But in a gripping scene, she confronts Dreykov and discovers Antonia survived. Natasha's line, "You took my choices and tried to break me, but you're the one who's broken," hits hard. This movie, set between Civil War and Infinity War, dives deep into her need for redemption. Fans have debated if this arc truly atones for her past, but it undeniably shows her growth from haunted assassin to selfless hero. Wanda Maximoff's grief. Wanda Maximoff's transformation in WandaVision is a wild ride. From her grief over Vision's death to becoming the Scarlet Witch, it's both heartbreaking and mind-blowing. In Episode 8, previously on, we see Wanda relive the worst moments of her life, losing her parents, Pietro, and Vision. This pain drives her to create the Hex in Episode 1, turning Westview into a sitcom paradise. But here's where it gets interesting. By Episode 9, Agatha Harkness drops a bombshell. Wanda's chaos magic fulfills a prophecy, marking her as the Scarlet Witch. Agatha even tells her, it's your destiny to destroy the world. No pressure, right? Fans are torn. Did grief alone shape her destiny, or was it all preordained? Director comments suggest it's a mix, blurring the lines between personal choice and cosmic fate. It's a masterclass in storytelling that leaves us questioning fate versus free will. Peter Parker's maturation. Peter Parker's transformation from a high school student to a full-fledged Avenger in Spider-Man Far From Home is a wild ride. One of the most poignant moments is on the plane with Happy Hogan. Peter designs his new suit using Tony Stark's tech, which is basically him stepping into Tony's shoes. When Happy plays AC/DC's Back in Black, Peter enthusiastically says,
"Oh, I love Led Zeppelin!"
It's this perfect mix of youthful naivety and readiness to take on the world. The final showdown with Mysterio in London is where Peter truly shines. He relies on his Peter tingle to defeat the illusions, showing he's ready to embrace his responsibilities. Fans see these moments as Peter stepping out of Tony's shadow and becoming his own hero. It's a journey packed with growth, humor, and a touch of rock and roll. Bucky Barnes' struggle. Bucky Barnes' struggle with his Winter Soldier past in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is intense. Imagine trying to reconcile your identity while haunted by your darkest actions. That's Bucky's reality. In Episode 1, we see him in therapy, opening up about his past and the weight he's carrying. His list of amends is always looming, reminding him of his mission to make things right. In Episode 4, Bucky faces Baron Zemo in Latvia. He has every reason to want revenge, but instead, he shows restraint, an epic display of his growth. Then there's Episode 5, where he finally tells Yori Nakajima about his son's death at his hands. This confession is huge for Bucky, a massive step towards his own redemption. Fans are buzzing about whether Bucky can truly be forgiven, but one thing's clear. His journey is a gripping tale of healing and self-forgiveness. Loki's evolution. Loki's journey from villain to anti-hero in the Disney Plus series Loki is a wild ride. It kicks off in glorious purpose when he watches a projection of his life, including his mom's death. Ouch, right? It hits him hard, realizing his actions have real consequences. By The Variant, Mobius, played by Owen Wilson, challenges Loki to question his purpose. Loki starts to reflect, and it's fascinating to see. In Journey into Mystery, he meets classic Loki, who sacrifices himself to save Loki and Sylvie from Alioth. Who knew other Lokis could teach him about selflessness? Finally, in the finale, For All Time, Always, he tries to stop Sylvie from killing He Who Remains, marking a major shift. Creator Michael Waldron talks about exploring identity and choice, and fans love the depth in this redemption arc. It's a transformation that keeps everyone talking. T'Challa's balance. Let's dive into T'Challa's balancing act in Black Panther. Imagine this. T'Challa stands at the United Nations, boldly declaring, Wakanda will no longer watch from the shadows. It's a huge moment that marks Wakanda's shift from isolation to global leadership. But this isn't just a snap decision. Earlier, on the ancestral plane, T'Challa confronts his father, T'Chaka, with, "You were wrong. All of you were wrong." He's challenging the old ways, pushing for change. It's like a family debate at Thanksgiving, but with more vibranium. This choice highlights T'Challa's diplomatic finesse, balancing tradition with a new vision for Wakanda. His decision not only contrasts with Eric Killmonger's aggressive plans, but also sparks fan debates on leadership and global responsibility. T'Challa's journey is a masterclass in evolving leadership, making Wakanda a beacon of hope in the Marvel Universe. Gamora's redemption. Gamora's redemption arc in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is epic. It kicks off right in the opening scene. Remember when she teams up with the Guardians to fight that huge obelisk? That shows how she's committed to the team now. And then there's that intense convo with Nebula, where Gamora says, "I was a child when you took me. I was happy on my home planet." You can practically feel her disdain for Thanos oozing off the screen. Her protective side comes out when she saves Peter Quill from a crashing spaceship. It's a stark contrast to her lone assassin days. And the cherry on top? Her reconciliation with Nebula while escaping the Sovereign ship. It's this journey from Thanos' shadow to finding a new family with the Guardians that fans just love dissecting. It's a wild transformation for sure. Nebula's transition from villain to hero in Avengers Endgame is pretty wild, right? It kicks off when she teams up with War Machine on Morag, showing she's no longer Thanos' puppet. Of course, things get crazier with the time heist. We meet her 2014 self, still loyal to Thanos. Awkward family reunion alert. Present-day Nebula faces her past self, telling her, "You can change." That's a huge moment for her character. It's not just talk, though. She ends up killing her past self to save the Avengers, marking a complete break from her old life. Fans love this redemption arc, seeing it as a powerful story of identity and loyalty. The directors highlight her bond with Gamora and the Avengers as key to her growth. Nebula's journey from villain to hero adds some serious depth to the MCU, don't you think? Scott Lang's evolution. Scott Lang's journey from thief to hero in Ant-Man is a wild ride. We meet Scott just as he's getting out of San Quentin State Prison, already a skilled burglar. But here's where it gets interesting. Hank Pym, played by Michael Douglas, tests Scott's moral compass by having him break into his house to swipe the Ant-Man suit. It's like a test within a test. Scott's motivation? His daughter, Cassie. He wants to be a good dad, and that pushes him toward heroism. Remember when Hank tells Scott, "I want you to break into a place and steal some stuff." That line marks Scott's shift from criminal to hero with a purpose. And of course, his first big heroic move is stopping Darren Cross at Pym Technologies, risking it all. Fans debate how Scott's past adds depth to his character, but director Peyton Reed loves his redemption arc and relatability. Vision's quest. Vision's quest for humanity in Avengers: Age of Ultron is a fascinating journey. Picture this. He's created when Tony Stark and Bruce Banner upload Jarvis into a synthetic body, initially meant for Ultron. But Vision's no ordinary AI. Remember that moment he lifts Thor's hammer Mjolnir? It's a huge deal, symbolizing his worthiness and suggesting he has a moral compass beyond his programming. At the film's climax, Vision has a deep chat with Ultron, where he admits, "I was born yesterday." Yet his insights are profound. He appreciates human qualities, saying, "It's not beautiful because it lasts." Director Joss Whedon describes Vision as a bridge between humans and machines, which sparks all kinds of debates about identity and consciousness. Fans love dissecting these layers, pondering what makes him alive. Vision's blend of logic and empathy truly makes you wonder about AI's potential for humanity. Hawkeye's transformation. Hawkeye's transformation in Avengers: Endgame is pretty wild, right? The movie kicks off with Clint Barton having a sweet picnic with his family. They're having a blast, and then, poof, they're gone, courtesy of Thanos' snap. That scene really hits hard, showing the personal stakes for Clint. Losing his family pushes him to adopt the Ronin persona, a vigilante taking out criminals in Tokyo. Natasha Romanoff tracks him down, trying to bring him back to the team. It's clear he's driven by loss and vengeance. But here's the heartwarming part. After Hulk's snap restores everyone, Clint's family comes back. The reunion scene is a tearjerker, marking his shift back to being a family man. Fans love to discuss how this arc represents personal redemption amidst the chaos, and directors Joe and Anthony Russo have said it's central to his character development. Sam Wilson's journey. Sam Wilson's journey to becoming Captain America in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is quite the roller coaster. It kicks off in Episode 1, New World Order, when he donates the shield to the Smithsonian. Sam's like, "This belongs to someone else," showing he's not ready for the mantle yet. Fast forward to Episode 5, Truth, and we've got Sam training with the shield in a montage that screams Rocky vibes. But it's his conversation with Isaiah Bradley that really hits home. Isaiah's past highlights the racial complexities Sam faces. By the end, in One World, One People, Sam rocks a new suit from Wakanda and delivers a killer speech on unity and justice. The series does a great job showing how Sam embraces the legacy of Captain America while making it his own. It's a powerful take on identity and what it means to carry the shield today. Drax's pursuit. Drax's pursuit of vengeance in Guardians of the Galaxy is a roller coaster of emotions and cosmic drama. In the Kiln prison scene, Drax reveals the heart-wrenching reason behind his rage. Ronin murdered my wife, Ovette, and my daughter, Kamaria. It's no wonder he fixates on Ronin. But let's face it, Ronin's just Thanos' minion. Drax's first showdown with Ronin on Nowhere doesn't go so well. He calls Ronin out and, well, promptly gets his butt kicked. But during the epic final battle on Xandar, Drax gets another shot. Although, it's the Guardians' teamwork that really wins the day. By the end, Drax's focus shifts when he tells Peter Quill, "Ronin was only a puppet. It's really Thanos I need to kill." Director James Gunn has said Drax's arc is about finding a new family, which adds a nice layer to all that cosmic butt-kicking. Rocket's growth. Rocket Raccoon's emotional growth in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is wild because we see this tough, sarcastic raccoon actually opening up. Remember when Yondu tells him, "I know you because you're me"? That line hits Rocket hard. It's like a mirror moment where Rocket realizes he doesn't want to end up pushing everyone away like Yondu did. His change starts to show when he helps Yondu escape from the Ravagers. For Rocket, that's a huge shift from his usual self-centered antics. Then, during the final battle, he even tries to save Yondu, showing genuine concern. And when Yondu dies, Rocket openly grieves. For a guy who uses sarcasm like a shield, that's a massive leap. Fans are split on whether this transformation is too sudden or perfectly in line with his character arc. But either way, it's a pivotal moment for Rocket and the Guardians. Mantis's development. Mantis's journey from servant to guardian in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is such a wild transformation. She starts as Ego's obedient caretaker, using her empathic powers to help him sleep. But her loyalty takes a sharp turn when she warns Drax with a panicked, "Ego is bad! He's gonna kill us all!" This moment marks her shift from a passive sidekick to an active ally for the Guardians. Mantis's bond with Drax is crucial here. Their chats reveal her innocence and longing for friendship. During the epic climax, she bravely uses her powers to put ego to sleep, helping the team gain the upper hand. By the end, she's standing with the Guardians, no longer just a servant, but a valued member. Director James Gunn highlighted her empathy as essential, making Mantis's growth and independence and choice a standout arc in the film. Valkyrie's transformation. Valkyrie's transformation in Thor Ragnarok is a wild ride. She kicks off as a bounty hunter on Sakaar, capturing Thor with her ship and handing him over to the Grandmaster. But there's more beneath her tough exterior. Haunted by the death of her fellow Valkyries at Hela's hands, her self-exile seems permanent. Thor confronts her, saying, "I know who you are. You're the Valkyrie, the legendary warrior." That line really hits home, right? Then, Loki steps in, forcing her to relive that traumatic battle with Hela. But it's Thor's words, "Asgard is not a place, it's a people," that finally reignite her sense of duty. She decides to join the fight against Hela. Fans are divided though. Some say her shift from apathy to leadership is rushed, while others see it as a powerful redemption arc.
If you enjoyed this, I'm going to be posting a lot here. I would greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.